The clock is ticking for TikTok in the United States. The wildly popular short-form video app faces an uncertain future. At the heart of the issue are serious concerns about data security and the potential for user information to be accessed by the Chinese government. This has sparked a heated debate about national security and freedom of speech. The situation is complex, with high stakes for TikTok, its users, and the digital landscape as a whole. The controversy stems from TikTok's ownership by ByteDance, a Chinese technology company. U.S. authorities have expressed fears that the Chinese government could pressure ByteDance to hand over user data. This data could potentially include sensitive information. This could range from personal details to browsing history, and even location data. The U.S. government argues that this data could be used for espionage or to spread misinformation. This has led to calls for TikTok to be banned in the U.S. unless it separates from its Chinese ownership. In a landmark ruling on December 15, 2024, the Supreme Court upheld a lower court's decision. This decision compels ByteDance to sell its U.S. operations of TikTok. The court set a strict deadline, January 19, 2025. This date has become a focal point in the ongoing saga. This ruling sent shockwaves through the tech world and beyond. It marked a decisive moment in the battle over TikTok's fate in the U.S. The Supreme Court's decision has far-reaching implications. It signals a hardening stance against Chinese technology companies operating in the U.S. The ruling also raises important questions about data privacy and national security in the digital age. The court's decision puts ByteDance in a difficult position. The company now has a limited time to find a suitable buyer for TikTok's U.S. operations. Failure to meet the deadline could result in the app being banned in one of its largest markets. The upcoming presidential transition adds another layer of complexity to the situation. President-elect Donald Trump will assume office on January 20, 2025, one day after the Supreme Court's deadline for TikTok's sale. This tight time frame leaves little room for maneuver. Trump has previously expressed skepticism about TikTok. He has even threatened to ban the app during his first term. However, he has also hinted at the possibility of granting a 90-day extension to ByteDance. This would give the company more time to finalize a deal. Trump's decision will have significant consequences for TikTok and its millions of users in the U.S. An extension would provide a reprieve, but it's unclear whether it would be enough to secure a favorable outcome for the company. In the face of mounting pressure and uncertainty, TikTok has announced a drastic plan. The company has stated that it will go dark in the U.S. if it fails to reach a deal by the January 19th deadline. This would mean that the app would no longer be available for download or use in the U.S. TikTok's decision to go dark is a calculated gamble. It's a high-stakes move aimed at putting pressure on the U.S. government. By highlighting the potential disruption to its massive user base, TikTok hopes to force a resolution that allows it to continue operating in the U.S. The company has called for clarity from the White House. It wants a clear path forward that addresses the national security concerns while allowing it to maintain its presence in the U.S. market. Section 5. A seismic shift, market implications and competition. The potential ban on TikTok has sent shockwaves through the digital advertising industry. TikTok has rapidly become one of the most popular social media platforms in the world. It boasts millions of active users in the United States alone. This makes it a prime target for advertisers looking to reach a younger demographic. The ban could have significant implications for how brands allocate their advertising budgets. A TikTokless market would leave a void that other social media giants like Meta, which includes Facebook and Instagram, and Alphabet, which owns YouTube, are eager to fill. Experts predict that these companies stand to gain significantly from a TikTok ban. They could see an influx of both users and advertising revenue. This shift in the digital landscape would further solidify the dominance of these tech giants. Section 6. Across the pond. A different tune in the UK. While the US grapples with the TikTok dilemma, other countries are taking a different approach. The UK, for instance, has decided not to follow the US in banning the app. This highlights the complex geopolitical considerations surrounding TikTok and its Chinese ownership. The UK government has stated that it has robust systems in place to mitigate any national security risks posed by TikTok. This suggests a more nuanced approach to data security and a willingness to engage with Chinese technology companies. The UK's decision could influence other countries considering similar bans. It remains to be seen whether this will lead to a more fragmented approach to regulating TikTok globally. Section 7. Voices from the Void. Creators and users react. The uncertainty surrounding TikTok's future has left millions of users and creators in a state of limbo. Many rely on the platform for entertainment, connection, and income. They are grappling with the potential loss of a creative outlet and a source of community. Creators who have built substantial followings on TikTok are particularly vulnerable. They face the prospect of losing their audience and their income overnight. Many are scrambling to diversify their online presence. They are establishing themselves on other platforms in case TikTok disappears. Users, too, are expressing anxiety and frustration. They are unsure whether they will still have access to their favorite creators and the content they enjoy. This uncertainty underscores the significant role TikTok plays in the lives of many, particularly younger generations. Section 8. Navigating the Unknown, the Need for Agility. The ongoing saga of TikTok's potential ban in the US is a stark reminder of the rapidly evolving digital landscape. It highlights the challenges of navigating complex issues like data security, national security, and freedom of speech in the digital age. The situation remains fluid. New developments and decisions could emerge at any moment. This underscores the need for individuals, businesses, and policymakers to stay informed, adaptable, and prepared for change. The outcome of the TikTok saga will likely have lasting implications for how technology companies operate in a world increasingly defined by geopolitical tensions and concerns about data privacy. Section 9. The Future of Digital Connection. As the clock ticks down to the Supreme Court's deadline, the future of TikTok in the US hangs in the balance. The outcome of this high-stakes battle will have profound implications for the future of digital connection. Will TikTok find a way to navigate the complex web of political and security concerns and maintain its presence in the US? Or will the app disappear from American screens, leaving a void in the digital landscape, and forever altering the way millions connect, create, and consume content? Only time will tell. One thing is certain, the TikTok saga is far from over. It will continue to captivate, confound, and challenge us as we grapple with the ever-evolving relationship between technology, society, and geopolitics.